more important than what you're doing is who you're doing it with.
Absolute top guy, mate. Absolute top guy. I love this guy.
One love for my brother right here. We've known each other for
ages, mate.
Ages and ages and ages.
Come on together.
Over a decade. We both started out at zero in business. And you know, we both went different verticals, different businesses, and somehow we've collaborated in a very, very special way.
We have.
And it's just the start for us.
Indeed, mate. Indeed.
Anyone who has a nice loud car knows the feeling of going through a tunnel. Welcome everybody to this very special video. Currently on an adventure to London for 3 days, all things e-commerce. So I'm going to take you guys along the journey. I booked a place for the next 3 days. Going to be scaling e-commerce stores, going to be meeting some of our private WG e-commerce mentees and clients and team members. So a lot of networking. Today and tomorrow I'm meeting Josh, who is one of our high-level e-commerce team members. We've been growing a brand together. Started this store just under a year ago now, and doing very, very well. This store, over $5 million in sales on Shopify. So we're primarily spending the next 2 days just putting proper strategy in place. I will show you guys the analytics of the Shopify store, how we've grown, what we've grown so far. And then on Friday as well, going to Canary Wharf in London to meet Luxury Times. And I've been working alongside Luxury Times to grow their marketing, specifically their paid ads on Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram. So doing a very, very in-person strategy session with them, and also putting plans in place for the strategy that will follow throughout the rest of the year. The key is preparation in this game. So we're going to be meeting Connor and Kieran from their team, and then also the other team members within Luxury Times. Without further ado, enjoy, guys. We have arrived in the beautiful London. Nice warm day today, feels amazing. So just waiting for Josh. Josh is going to be here in about an hour, and I check into the place that we got as well in about an hour and a half. So yeah, Southwark is, I believe, where we are right now, and it just feels good to be out and about. Super quiet, probably because everyone's in their jobs, but the weather's out, stunning. Gonna get some nice food and just enjoy the day, and then yeah, the proper work starts when Josh arrives. The primary area that we're going to be running through is ad strategy, specifically on Meta and Google for the brands. Yeah, primarily about 70% of customer acquisition, so new customers coming in to the beauty business. Women's beauty business is the niche that our store is in. Primarily, yeah, about 70% comes from Meta, 30% from Google. And having Meta and Google work alongside each other is a very, very deadly combination. At this stage in the business, there's still a lot of growth to have just with Google and just with Meta. So that's what we're focusing on. For this brand, we do have influencers. So we have ambassador schemes rolling around. So basically we have a collection of different influencers who are in the niche. Some of them are just micro influencers as well, and they have their own custom discount code, and then they get a kickback on all of the sales that they generate for the brand. So influencers are super powerful, and then we do repurpose all of the influencer content that we get, so user generated content. We repurpose that for our paid ads. So most of our paid ads are UGC content. The reason we do that is because UGC, it's very native to the platforms. It's natural organic content. So when we repurpose this content that we get from creators and influencers, it doesn't feel like an ad, right? And that's very, very important. Consumers nowadays, as soon as they see an ad, they almost turn a blind eye to it, because we see thousands and thousands of ads every single day, right? I'm in London right now. There's ads there for real estate. There's ads there for construction. There's boats going by, because I'm near London Bridge right now. There's ads on the boats. There's ads everywhere. And as humans, we're so used to this that we cover our eyes when we see ads. So when you create an ad that doesn't feel like an ad, but it feels like a natural experience and a piece of content that they're used to seeing on the platform, it's very, very effective, because all of a sudden their blind eye is gone, right? And you can build more trust, it's more authentic. And so primary strategy we have for content creation for this brand is natural, authentic content. We have arrived at the beautiful penthouse. This is where myself and our team members will be staying for the next few days. Josh is just on his way, which is amazing. And so now, just about to start the preparation for our group call. So for those who are not aware, for those who are new to the channel or new to my life, I do e-commerce. Okay, so I build and grow online e-commerce businesses. So what we're doing at the moment is a group call. So today, we're going to be running through how paid marketing and organic marketing work together to explode your e-commerce brand. So basically we have our VIP private mentees. So people, myself and our team, we're working closely with through the entire process of building, growing and scaling their e-commerce business. And this is a bespoke mentorship. And every single week, specifically on a Wednesday at 6 p.m, we do a group call. So primarily I'll host it or one of the other mentors within our team will host it. And we basically run through a different area of e-com, and then at the end we have a Q&A. We do this every single week within our team. They also get access to our VIP training library as well. We have our private Telegram channel as well. So for example, if I'm coming to London, I'm hosting, what I'll do is I'll drop a message in our Telegram channel, team members can come, and it's awesome. And I'm excited to share some more strategic value with you guys very, very shortly of exactly how we grow these e-commerce businesses, and we'll go into some more advanced stuff later. Just in the waiting room, hosting our Zoom call. Today we are going to be covering AI product pages, and then we're going to be going over the second part of the call, how paid and organic marketing work together to explode your e-com brand, because a lot of people, they see organic marketing and paid marketing as completely isolated components of a business, but in reality they work together as an ecosystem. And if you have a great organic marketing strategy, your paid performs better. If you have a great paid marketing strategy, your organic performs better. So how can we combine these as an ecosystem? Primarily where your organic marketing, which is the free form of marketing, builds trust. That's the trust channel. And then the paid marketing, that's the traffic channel. So you combine building trust through organic and get lots of traffic through paid to explode your e-commerce brand. So these are the two topics we're going to be discussing in the call. So we are joined with e-commerce titan, Mr. Josh Richards. I appreciate coming on the channel, thank you.
It's all right. It's not the first time, won't be the last time. So yeah, I appreciate you having me here, James.
Absolutely. So Josh is one of our high-level e-commerce community members within the WG, and we started a store nearly exactly 1 year ago, and we've taken this store from zero, absolute zero. We're going to break everything down for you within this video, from absolute zero all the way to over 5.6 million US dollars in sales. Now this is a US based store, so we only sell to the USA. We are looking to expand into other markets, but at the moment just US based store, and it's in the women's beauty niche. So we're going to break down exactly how we've done this, so you can take these insights, take these strategies and implement them into your own e-commerce businesses to make more money. Now, before we jump into the Shopify dashboards where we break this down for you, I would like Josh to give himself an introduction. The reason I want Josh to give himself an introduction is because this man is very, very good at what he does. He's exceptional at what he does, and I'm not sure I could do it justice.
Well, James, you're too kind.
Please introduce yourself, Josh.
Yeah, so my name is Josh Richards. I've been in the space nearly a decade now. I'm old, I'm bold, and we're in this video, we're going to get into the results straight away. So look, James, if you want to pull up the camera there.
So this is first month in business. This is March the 1st to March the 31st, 2024.
Yeah, so just here, we're doing a lot of testing. You can see that first week, we got our initial results. We tested loads of products at the same time, and then we decided to lower ad spend and just let the products that we thought had potential run until we found a winner. Now, we found a winner that we weaponized with a great offer, and we were able to start to scale. You can see that within the first month of this store, we are able to find a winner. Now, that's going to bring us on to the next month, which is April. We then scaled to $75,000 within literally 30 days. Crazy, crazy numbers, but not as crazy as we're about to see. So the month after that, May, we then scaled up to $272,000. And one of the main ways that we scaled this brand was because we were using a lot of data primarily from Facebook. We then added Google, which in car terms is like taking a 1 litre engine and then adding a V8 in. We had all of that data from Facebook, so we added in Google and we were able to scale even further. We also made our offer better. We added post-purchase upsells. We added all of our emails, and we were able to fly again the month after. So then in June, we did 554,000. We actually added TikTok as well within this month, and we started to look at our first click return on ad spend on Google, our first click on Facebook, and we were able to then, in the last 365 days, pull in $5.6 million in sales.
We're on track to do 8 million this year in US dollars in sales. It's currently March, so yeah, we're going to do a full breakdown. We can't do it all in this video, but I am going to upload a video onto this channel. It will be the next video that I upload. We will have a super, super technical and in-depth breakdown so you can see exactly how we did this and what strategies it took and what we're implementing in 2025. If you want to see that video, hit the like button, but most importantly, hit that subscribe button, because we will break this down exactly for you, step by step. We are off to the Luxury Times headquarters. It's been a super, super productive 2 days so far. For those who don't know, so Luxury Times are the biggest and the best watch traders in London. We've been working on some paid marketing alongside Luxury Times. We've been helping them through the process of scaling their lead generation and scaling their customer flow, primarily through Instagram and Facebook, and also their website. So today is a creative day. So it's all things ad creatives. We've created a very, very quite sophisticated actually, like funnel for paid ads, where we have a top of funnel, which is where we have awareness-based ads to grab attention. And we're getting a lot of awareness-based ads today. We have a middle of funnel, okay, which is ads where we're retargeting video viewers of our awareness-based ads, where we deliver value about luxury watches, about Rolexes, about obviously the stock that they have. We build trust through branded content. We've got a videographer coming in as well, so I'm going to be directing the videographer, and it's going to be really fun. And then we've got bottom of funnel ads as well. So bottom of funnel ads is, you know, that's the ads that you want people to convert. People don't just convert the first time they see your brand or your product, especially if you're going high ticket like luxury watches. So it has to, you have to build a relationship with your audience. So you start by just grabbing awareness. You build and nurture the trust over time through middle of funnel content, which is the branded content, the value-based content, even potentially like backstory behind why the company was actually created. And then we're hitting them with the bottom of funnel, which is going to be retargeting video viewers who have at least watched 50% of a video within the last 365 days, profile visitors within the last 365 days, engaged with account in the last 365 days. We've created them audiences as a custom audience in the Meta Ads Manager. So what we're going to do is we're going to have our bottom of funnel ads, which are basically calls to action. So we're going to showcase a specific watch that they're selling, and it's going to have a call to action on it. So DM to inquire, for example. And it's going to be a lot of different bottom of funnel style content, conversion-based content, because we're only showing those conversion-based ads to people who have engaged in some way with the brand and have shown an interest in the brand and seen the brand at least multiple times, because they would have had to go through the first 2 stages of the funnel. They're much more higher quality leads, okay? They're much more nurtured, and so when we do hit them with the DM to inquire about a watch, they're much more likely to convert. I got all my watches from Luxury Times. This is a Patek 5726 that I picked up from Luxury Times. Literally about a week ago I got this piece, and if you want to see that video, of course, check my channel. Anyone who has a nice loud car knows the feeling of going through a tunnel. It's like you're just driving casually, you see a tunnel and then your entire driving experience shifts to just tearing it up for some random reason. That's how you drive through a tunnel. At the moment, all of the content that we're getting is branded. We've just created this little setup for some shots. This is going to be for the Instagram. Nice scarcity because it's a luxury product. Don't have tons and tons of products in there. It's going to be nice and scarce. This is going to be so getting shots for a LinkedIn cover photo, Facebook page cover photo. This content right here is going to be for the IG, both the feed and the paid ads, primarily the paid ads today. And what we're doing is just all eyes on branding. One of the biggest things in the luxury watch industry is the trust. You know, if you're going in to spend £100,000 on a watch, you got to trust them, okay? And in this game, there's a lot of watch brands, and so we're differentiating ourselves through high production quality content, having a collection of watches that most people cannot get just due to manpower or budget. And then thirdly, just branding, okay? And we're always making these ads as dynamic as humanly possible. When you're running ads, you've got to make them grab attention, you've got to make them fast paced, and you've got to retain that attention. You know, it's all good for someone seeing an ad, but if they don't watch it all the way to the end, that's a problem. So we're going to cut all of these up. We're getting like 5 different iterations of intros. We're showcasing lots of different watches, so we have tons and tons of content. We're going to mix and match and make it fast paced. We're going to try some long ones, some shorter form content, different environments, different intros, different music to appeal to different audiences. Once you know how to sell a product, and this is what I talk about with people starting e-commerce or starting their first online business or even scaling a business, it's the skills that can be so applicable to every single business. So we're scaling, e-commerce stores selling $25 products all the way up to selling products worth, hundreds of thousands of pounds collectively. And it's the same skill sets. So when you're building your business, focus on skill acquisition. The skills is where the money is. And once you know how to market, you know how to create content, plan content, work with people, work with teams, that's where the money's at. And one of the keys, especially if you're selling a luxury product, is eye for presentation. Product placement, where you put the products, very, very important. Looking at the lighting, ensuring you're very, very prepared when you come in is the key. So we're just preparing the presentation now. We got the main videographer at the moment, Eduardo, doing a fantastic job. As always, life is amazing when you love what you do. We're going to make this ad the best ad in the luxury watch industry. I'm sure hopefully you guys, if we've done a good job, you may see it on your Instagram feeds as we expand out. Because our goal with Luxury Times is to build the biggest luxury watch trading empire on the planet. And I love what I do, and most importantly, the people around myself and our team is insane. And by far what's more important than what you're doing is who you're doing it with.
Absolute top guy, mate. Absolute top guy. I love this guy.
One love for my brother right here. We've known each other for
Ages, man.
Ages and ages and
Come on
ages.
together.
Over a decade, we both started out at zero in business. And you know, we both went different verticals, different businesses, and somehow we've collaborated
Yeah.
in a very, very special way.
We have.
And it's just the start for us.
Indeed, mate.
No
Indeed.
problem. Wow, what a day, what a past few days. We worked extremely hard. It was very, very enjoyable. You know, today in particular, we got some incredible content for the paid ads of Luxury Times. Yeah, it was amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Grateful for all of you. Please like and subscribe, and also comment if there's a specific video that you would like to see next. We can do anything. All e-commerce, WG, and our community. Every single interaction that happens on this video, whether it be a like, a comment, a subscribe, it does help me out an absolute ton. But thank you so much for watching. Very, very grateful, very, very blessed. I'll see you soon.